In a rapidly growing urban economy, business operate in a highly dynamic environment influenced by population density, consumer preference, technological adaptation, and market competition. Understanding the factors driving multi-revenue such as marketing expenditure, product pricing, workforce size, managerial experiences, and customer satisfaction is becoming increasingly important for strategic decision making. Business performance in urban areas also varies by city and industry sector, with unique patterns emerging among the retail, technology, manufacturing, and food and beverage sectors. To uncover this pattern, it is necessary to apply data visualization, measure of central tendency, and measure of dispersion to trace how revenue fluctuates across different types of business, cities, and sales by channel. By conducting this descriptive and visual analysis, organization can identify not only performance gaps but also opportunities to optimize marketing strategies, pricing, and human resource management. And we are here today as a group to present our analysis on the urban business. Let's cover the introduction, and now we will transition into the first stage of our workflow, data preparation. In this section, we explain how the data set was collected, cleaned, and mined ready for analysis. To begin this part, I would like to invite Hirose to continue with the data preparation.
Alright, we just seen the raw data set that we'll be working with. To understand the characteristic of this data more clearly, we'll now move into the central tendency and central density analysis. This section helps us identify the typical patterns, averages, and the distribution shape of the data. This is the data. After identifying the core statistical patterns, we will visualize them to make the insight easier to interpret. So next, we'll move on the chart and graphical analysis section, where this finding will be illustrated more clearly. And here's one of the visualization of bar chart about number of business per city. And there's the visualization about show the number of business in 5 major cities in Indonesia, namely Jakarta, Bandung, Medan, Makassar, and Surabaya. From the graph, it can be seen that Jakarta has the highest number of business compared to the other cities, around 425 business, because Jakarta is the economic center of Indonesia. Meanwhile, Medan has around 420 business and Surabaya has 406 business, indicating a very high business count. Next, Bandung follow with around 381 business, and Makassar with around 368 business, having fewer business compared to other cities. Next one is donut chart. From the visualization above, it can be seen that online sales have the largest proportion, accounting for 54.5% of total sales. Offline sales contribute 45.5% of total sales. This means that the online sales channel is slightly more dominant than offline. This shows that most transactions are carried out through digital platform, although offline sales still contribute significantly and are almost evenly balanced. This visual illustrates a shift in trend toward online-based sales, which are beginning to lead in total sales distribution. For the next section, I would like to invite Devio to continue.
Okay, the histogram above shows the distribution of marketing spend in the form of a histogram with a density curve. The green dashed line, mean, indicates the average spending, and the red dashed line, median, shows the middle value, and the purple line, mode, represent the most frequently occurring value. It can be seen that the mode is to the right of the mean and the median, indicating a left-skewed distribution. Most spending values fall within the range of 40 to 120, with a fairly even density but with two main peaks or bimodal. In conclusion, the distribution of marketing spend is not completely normal with a slight leftward skew. and the presence two prominent spending groups. Visualization combines a final plot and a box plot to show the distribution of marketing spend data. The central part, box plot, shows that the median value is around XT, indicating that the half of the data is below and half is above this value. The interquartile range, IQR, is finely wide, indicating a large variation or spread of the data. The symmetric shape of the variance on the left and the right shows that the data distribution is relatively balanced, not skewed or normal. No significant outliers are apparent. In conclusion, marketing expenditure has a fairly even and stable distribution, with a median value of around XT and no extreme deviation. I'll pass the presentation to Cecil for the further explanation. And the next one, Cecil.
Next is scatter plot visualization with a regression line shows that there is a strong positive linear relationship between marketing spend and monthly revenue. The data points tend to form an upward pattern to the right, indicating that the higher the marketing expenditure, the higher the monthly revenue generated. The upward sloping regression line reinforced this pattern by illustrating the average increase in revenue as marketing spend increases. The relatively tight clustering of points around the line suggests that marketing spend is a fairly good predictor of revenue, although there is still variation due to other factors. Overall, this visualization indicates that investing in marketing has a positive effect on increasing. Okay, let's talk about something else, and that is central tendency. This section focuses on analyzing the measure of central tendency, median, and mode. For two numerical variables, marketing spend and monthly revenue, these values represent the center or typical point of the data distribution. The histogram shows a difference distribution between the two variables. Marketing spend appears to be right skewed or positively skewed, with most expenditures at low to medium levels and only a few observations at very high values. In contrast, monthly revenue appears to be less skewed or negatively skewed, where most revenue is at high values while only a few data points are at the lower end. This difference in distribution suggests that the company's marketing spending tends to be low, whereas revenue more frequently occur at higher levels. Let's jump into the next topic, measure of dispersion in the next. Langsung ini aja ya?
End dulu berarti?
Iya, end.
Gimana dulu?
Sorry? Nggak.
Belum.
Let's jump into the next topic, measure of dispersion. In this section, focuses on analyzing how spread out or variable data is. For measure are used range, variance, standard deviation, and interquartile range or IQR for marketing spend and monthly revenue. This visualization compares marketing expense and monthly revenue present using two different scales. Essentially, the data shows that the average monthly revenue, approximately $180, is much higher than the average marketing expense, approximately $85. This indicates that the company has a very healthy profit margin from its marketing efforts. Nevertheless, monthly revenue also shows greater variability compared to marketing expenses, which tend to be more stable. In conclusion, this company is efficient in generating high revenue but should be mindful of the variation occur in revenue figures over time. For the next section, I'd like to invite Yustian to continue.
And here's the graph about how most of the data fall within the spending range of around 40 to 120. with monthly income ranging from 100 to 150. The blue line, which is the regression line, indicates a consistently upward trend, reinforcing the vision of a positive correlation between marketing spending and income. 3 out of 5 points scattered outside the main variant. Overall, this scatter plot shows that increasing the marketing budget has the potential to positively influence the company's monthly revenue growth. Right. And next, 3 is box plot and periodic plot. The visualization about show a comparison between marketing expenditure and monthly revenue growth, a combination of box plot and periodic plot. The graph shows that the marketing expenditure value generally ranges from 20 to 150, with most of the data clustered around 80 to 100. With monthly revenue as a higher range between 100 to 300, with most of the data around 180 to 250. The shape of the falling plot indicates that the distribution of monthly revenue is wider, suggesting little revenue variation compared to marketing expenditure. Meanwhile, marketing expenditure appears denser in the middle range, indicating a relative frequency of mid-range value. Overall, this graph shows that although marketing expenditure are relatively small and stable, increasing in them might be associated with higher and more varied monthly revenue growth. The next scatter plot. The visualization shows the relationship between marketing spend and monthly revenue. The orange dot represents actual data, while the blue line is the average trend from the linear regression model. In general, the higher the marketing spend, the higher the monthly revenue. I'll pass the presentation to Christian for next topic.
Hello everyone, my name is Christian Michael Juliano, and now I'm gonna explain to you a central density and central tendency of monthly revenue. Now we have a histogram. In this case, we have the graph above to show the distribution of monthly income by displaying a histogram, a density curve, and 3 measures of central tendency. We have a mean, we have a median, and we have a mode. And now, from the graph, it can be seen that the monthly income data is very symmetrical. We know in that case, the data is very symmetrical. Okay, with the peak of distribution around the value of 180 and 200, which means that the most frequently occurring income is falls within that range. And we have a green line that means median, the red line that means mean, are very close around the center of value, indicating that the data tends to be normally distributed without a significant difference between the average and the median. And we know, meanwhile, the purple one, the purple line, we call it mode. We have in the left, left side. To that problem, we have to see the center of indicating the most frequently occurring value is slightly lower than average. Overall, this graph illustrates that the most of the companies' monthly income range 100 to 250, with the stable distribution trend that does not deviate too much to the left or the right. To make this histogram, there are code from RStudio. Can see the code. It's have like this code like this. Data, rate, mean, median, ref for the true one. Now we got a histogram. This code to make a histogram. This code to make a density curve. Mean, the line mean, the line median, the line mode. Now yeah, we have a font size 18, and yeah, like that. How can be that thing is gonna be this histogram. Yeah, we can see the mouse is 0.007. That's the most average. Scatter plot that the relationship between marketing spend and monthly revenue. The correlation is 0.86 and 9. We can see the scatter plot. The scatter plot, this value indicates a very strong and positive relationship between the two variability, and the graph show the most of data point. This data point, we can see the blue one. Most the show of data point from a pattern rising from the lower the left to the upper the height the right, indicating that the higher the spending on marketing, we can see the more likely the monthly revenue will increase. The most of the data falls within the expenditure range of around 14 to 130, with monthly revenue ranging from 100. Yes, we start in here 100 to be 180. Maybe in right here. Maybe right here. The blue regression line reinforces this trend as it show a consistency increase as marketing costs rise. Although there are some points scattered outside the main pattern, overall this graph show investment in marketing. Investment in marketing has a significant positive impact on increasing the company's revenue. We can see the code. That's the code. Excuse me. Nah, that's the code. Relationship, correlation, and regression. We have a broadly need blah blah blah. Kemudian we have read the data CSV. We make this with CSV. Now we count a correlation of the data. Now we make a regression. Then make a line regression. Now we have a Y in that is line regression too. Next, after that we have a line X, one line Y. We make a scatter plot. We have data X sama dengan marketing spend, Y sama dengan monthly revenue. We make a type is scatter, mode is marker, name is data point. Now we have make a regression line. After make this line, X line, Y line, name is regression line. Then we have a color RGBA with 6. Now we make a layout. make a layout text relationship between marketing spend and monthly revenue. That's the cut. That's from me. Thank you. Thank you.
Based on the analysis of the urban business dataset, several key insights were identified regarding business patterns across major Indonesian cities. In terms of central tendency, the monthly revenue variable has a mean value close to its median, indicating an approximately normal distribution with a minimal skewness. Meanwhile, marketing spend shows a slightly higher mean than median, suggesting a more quite skewed distribution. For a measure of dispersion, marketing spend displayed greater variability compared to customer rating, implying that the marketing expenditure differs significantly between business and conversely. Customer rating is relatively consistent, reflecting stable levels of customer satisfaction across cities. Data visualization support these findings. The histogram indicates a near normal shape. Box plot and the Bayesian plots reveal some outliers in spending data, and the scatter plot demonstrates a positive linear relationship between marketing spend and monthly revenue. In conclusion, business with a higher marketing expenditure tend to achieve higher monthly revenue. This emphasizes the importance of effective marketing strategies in driving business performance across different regions. So, from all the analysis we've presented, starting from the central tendency, dispersion, and the data visuals, we can conclude that business that invest more in marketing tend to achieve a higher monthly revenue. This highlights the importance of effective marketing strategies in improving business performance across different cities. That's all from our group. Thank you for your attention and for taking the time to follow our presentation. We hope the insights shared today were clear and helpful. This concludes our presentation. Thank you.